Hey yogis, thanks for joining us today. My name is Dan. This is my lovely assistant Chris. We'll be guiding you through a beginner's style vinyasa flow. So come to your mat in a child's pose. Take a very deep breath in through your nose. Feel your shoulders relax as you exhale, sigh out. Take a deep breath in. Feel your bellies pulling into the side of your thighs. As you exhale, get a little bit softer. Start to settle down and in. There's plenty of physical activities that we can do to get a workout, but let's allow our practice to be both a workout and a work in. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, walk your hands off of your mat to the right. Start to breathe into the left side of your body. Your hips are pressing back as you breathe into the left side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Stay with that focus on your breath. Drift away. As you inhale, walk your hands back to the center of your mat, and as you exhale, walk your hands off to the left. Now walk your hands as far as you can, even if it's touching a wall. You control your intensity dial, so at any point you need less or more, take it. On your next inhale, come back to center. Set your intention for your practice, whether it's getting into your hips, letting go of anything that's plaguing your mind. On your inhale, come into a tabletop. Come onto your hands and your knees, and then allow yourself to move however you want. Really good at it, huh? Start to move side to side.
I might have to tell.
Back and forth. For those of us that have been typing a lot, let's turn our right hand in a clockwise rotation.
Wait.
Yes. And then start to pulse forward and backwards, getting into the wrists. Just very gently. Some of you might be a little bit more open. You can come all the way back and sit on your heels, or even tuck your toes under and come into downward facing dog. Just do what's appropriate for you. Two more breaths. Stay with a 5-second inhale and a 5-second exhale. Stay with the breath. Now flip your right hand over so your fingers face your left hand and your palm faces up. And just start to wiggle your toes or wiggle your fingers. Make little monkey fists. And then place your right hand back in a neutral position. Flip your left hand over, make little fists, wiggle your fingers. Then bring both hands back to neutral. Reach your right hand forward like you're meeting somebody. Sweep your right hand back and then up to the sky. As you exhale, let it fall in front of you. Continue that pattern and get your hips involved. So start to pulse forward and backwards. Big breaths in, reach the arm up. Continuing with your right arm, just switch the directions. Yeah, so reach all the way up again, opening. All we're doing is getting our synovial fluid running. It's that liquid that protects your joints. On your next inhale, reach all the way to the sky. And as you exhale, thread the needle. Slide your right arm underneath your body and relax. You have the option to stay here, or you can wrap your left arm around your back. And you can hold onto your right thigh, getting your twist a little bit deeper as your left shoulder pulls over your right. When you're ready, extend your left leg behind you. Flex your toes, turn your pinky toe down, and rest your right hand on the ground. Let's keep our left leg lifted and find a balancing tabletop. Left hand down, reach your right hand forward. As you exhale, pull your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, just warming the core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Come back into your tabletop. Reach your left hand forward. making a big circle. Inhale, sweep your left hand back and up to the sky. As you exhale, let it fall in front of you and move with your breath. Pulse, get into your hips, get into your knees. Every inhale, open your chest more to the sky. Yes, now switch the directions. Getting into not only our synovial fluid, but the ability of our thoracic spine. Inhale, reach up and pause. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm slides underneath. Stay here or wrap your right arm around your back. Take any variation that you have. You don't have to stop by extending your right leg. You can play around with things to do with your left foot as well. Extend your right leg behind you. Good. There you go. Now when your right leg is lifted, make sure that your right hip is pressing down so that you're not opening the right hip and falling over. Let's find our balancing tabletop. Right hand down, reach the left hand forward. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Come back into your tabletop. Shake it out. Move the energy around. Bring your shoulders forward so that they're right above your fingers. Draw your elbows towards your hips and lower your heart to the ground. Here, come back up. If this is happening for you, think about moving forward and dropping your elbows back. Good, so your shoulders stay over your fingers. From here, tuck your toes under and then extend your legs so you can slide onto your belly. When you get to your belly, open your arms wide, palms on the ground. Bend your left knee. So you lift your left foot to the sky and roll over your right shoulder.
Okay. Like that? Okay.
Just like that.
I want this one here.
You can take your left hand to your right hand. You can even come onto the bottom of both of your feet. So if you walk your right foot in, you can come onto the bottom of your foot. Bend this knee. And then lift this knee. See? On your next inhale, come back onto your belly. Perfect. Extend your left arm. And then lift your right leg. Roll over your left shoulder. But keep pressing into the ground and then take your same variation. Exactly. Feel the sun on your face. The breeze.
More freckles coming.
Yeah. On your next inhale, come back onto your belly. Place both of your hands underneath your shoulders. Actually, scoot your hands back a little bit more. There you go. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest and find low cobra. Keep squeezing the elbows in. Perfect. From here, as you exhale, press the ground away. Come back through a tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out your heels. It's not the biggest deal if your heels touch the ground today. They may touch the ground tomorrow, they may never touch the ground. Shake your head gently, yes and no. Relax your upper back. Try to relax these muscles right here. As you inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip, and start to make circles with your ankle and your knee. As this is happening, try not to drop into your left shoulder so you're even in both. Switch the directions of the circles that you're drawing. They don't have to be circles, they can be rectangles. Inhale, reach your right leg as high as you can. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose, and then step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee to the ground, and walk your right foot forward like an inch or two. Now just start to pulse forward and backwards, very gently opening up your hip. From here, bring your hands to your right knee. Keep pressing your hips forward, softening into the hips. Keep your right elbow where it is. Reach your left hand up to the sky. Left hand. Drop your right hand to the ground, outside of your right leg. You want to feel this in the front and left side of your body, somewhere between your left thigh and your left rib cage. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky. As you exhale, fold forward. Hands frame your right foot, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg to the sky, open and explore your hip. Try to get the ankle in there a little bit, the toes. You can still move your head around. It's your practice, remember, switch the directions. Maybe even just a little wiggle. Inhale, reach your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, take your knee to your nose and step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee. Walk your left foot forward so that your foot is underneath your knee. And then start to walk your hands up onto your left knee. Keep your left elbow here. Reach your right hand up and over to the left. You want to have this sensation down the right side of your torso. Hips are moving forward, heart is moving up. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky. As you exhale, fold over your left foot and step back to downward facing dog. When you get there, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands to your feet. And when you get there, grab opposite elbows. Just hang heavy. Sway side to side. Notice how your back and your legs feel. And if your right hand is on top, switch so your left hand is on top. So that we're evenly distributing weight and pressure on our shoulders. And as you exhale, release your hands to the ground. Inhale, walk your hands back out to the top of your mat, but come into a plank this time. So the top of a push-up. As you exhale, move your shoulders forward, draw your elbows back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest. As you exhale, lift your hips, come back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Think of this as being like the palate cleanser for your asanas. Similar to when you smell coffee beans at a wine tasting. As you exhale, bend your knees. And as you inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Nice. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your feet together to touch. Inhale, slowly come all the way up to stand. Reach your hands to the sky. Interlace your fingers. And then as you inhale, lift up and over to the right. Soften your shoulders. Nice. Inhale, reach up and over to the left. Draw the belly in. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky. As you exhale, drop your hands beside you for Tadasana. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky, press your palms together and look up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. As you exhale, step back to Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your chest. And exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Remember, count of 5, in and out through your nose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. In the yoga traditions, we call this an Ujjayi breath. It's the breath of the warrior. It should resemble the waves of the ocean. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, jump or step to it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky, look at your thumbs or close your eyes. As you exhale, hands beside you, Tadasana. Again, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reach your hands and press your palms to the sky. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, hop or step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. 5 breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Try to push the weight into your heels out of your shoulders. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 2 more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Slow the exhales down.
As you inhale, step your right shin to the top of your mat and find pigeon pose.
Slowly start to walk your hands back in and come back to downward facing dog. You can do that by taking a vinyasa or skipping it and just pedaling out your heels. Inhale, reach your left leg to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon pose, left shin top of your mat. Make sure that your hips are squared, your right hip pulling forward, walk your hands out towards the top of your mat. And relax here for 5 breaths. After your 5th breath, start to walk your hands back into your hips. And then this time, just sweep your right leg forward. Come into a seated position with both of your legs extended out in front of you. Bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. And as you exhale, fold forward. Every inhale, create length in your spine. And every exhale, try to fold. On your inhale, sit up. Switch sides, extend your right leg. Draw your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Three more breaths. Same length you had in your first child's pose. On your inhale, sit up. Just bring the bottom of your right foot to the bottom of your left foot. Bring the bottom of both feet together. Place your thumbs on the inside of your feet and then open them like they're a book you want to read.
Like this?
Yes. Inhale, pull your chest forward. As you exhale, fold.
You can do a bloopers video.
Yeah. As much as you can. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's okay. On your inhale, sit up, and then lie down exactly the way that you are. Okay. Place one hand on your heart, the other hand on your belly button. Take a moment to check in with something that you're thankful for. Like my shadow covering your face right now.
Thank you.
Maybe connect with finding thanks for clean water, for finding thanks for having loved ones around you. Start to walk your feet in so that your feet are underneath your knees. And then reach your hands towards your heels. Let's move into bridge pose. Lift your hips off of the ground on your inhale. And then you can stay here with your hands on the ground. If you want to get into your shoulders, interlace your fingers underneath your lower back and then roll your shoulder heads underneath your torso. You want to keep your knees directly over your ankles. So if you notice, they're not falling out, they're not falling in. Continue to look straight up to protect your neck. You have the option to stay here or to come down and take another back bend. Those of you that are coming down, when you get to the ground, bring the bottom of your feet together and your knees wide with the opposite hand on your heart and the opposite hand on your belly button. Now, while you rest here with this opposite hand placement, check into something that you can let go of. Like the grudge you've been holding on your best friend for not sharing their corn when you were in 3rd grade. And let's take one more back bend. It can be bridge or it can be wheel pose. When you're ready, draw the knees on top of the ankles If you're moving into wheel pose, your hands just go over your shoulders so your fingers face your knees. It doesn't have to happen for you today or even next time we practice together. Keep squeezing the thighs in, but make sure the weight is even in the big little toe and the heel. Take 3 more breaths. Very slowly lower down. This time give yourself a hug. Like, congratulations, I made it hug. Start to rock forward and backwards until you reach the top of your mat in a seated position. When you get there, extend your legs back out in front of you. Flex your toes towards your face. Inhale, reach to the sky, and as you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, lengthen your spine by lifting your chest forward. And as you exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Growth is growth no matter if it's an inch or a foot. So don't beat yourself up if your head's not touching your shins. On your inhale, come up and then lie down. As soon as you lie down, lift your legs up to the sky. You can stay there with your legs up to the sky. Just like this, hands on the ground. This is a good place to stay. Those of you that are ready to go into shoulder stand, lift your hips on top of your shoulders so that you're one straight line. Your hands will be on your lower back. Those of you that are experiencing any neck pain, whiplash, anything like that, just stay right here. Those of you that did move into shoulder stand, you're more than welcome to move into plow pose by releasing your feet over your face. Eventually, we will all meet in Shavasana, lying down on our backs, relaxing, and soaking in all of the hard work we put in. Allow the muscles of your face to relax. Muscles in your hands. To come out of Shavasana, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Start to move your lips, your jaw, your eyes. Once everything is moving, inhale, reach your arms over your head. Draw your knees into your chest and roll onto your right side. From your right side, come into a seated position at the top of your mat. When you get to this nice, comfortable seated position, place your hands at heart center in prayer. In this space that you have between your two hands, think of it as the space that you hold for yourself. So make sure that you're not making those excuses of why you don't need to practice today. Holding yourself accountable, having fun, and enjoying your life. May all beings be free from suffering, and may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute